We rely heavily on electricity to go about our daily lives. Without it, we wouldn't have many of the conveniences and comforts that we are used to. We wouldn't have lights, computers, TV, cell phones, refrigerators, microwaves, or dishwashers, among many other things.
41% of the world's electricity is generated in coal-fired power plants. This is mainly due to the fact that coal is cheap and abundant. In a coal power plant, the coal is first crushed into a fine powder, which allows it to burn more quickly. The powdered coal is then blown into a combustion chamber and burnt at a very high temperature in order to boil water and turn it into steam. The steam is then piped into a massive turbine with thousands of blades, which rotate at high speed due to the high pressure of the steam. The turbine shaft is connected to a generator at the end, which contains large coils of wire that rotate inside magnets. The electricity that is generated is then stepped up to a higher voltage and distributed via wires to various destinations. However, despite the cheap and easy power that coal can provide, it comes at a cost to the environment. One 500-megawatt coal-fired power plant can provide power to a 140,000-person city, but it also produces many harmful pollutants. Every year, a single coal power plant releases 3.7 million tons of carbon dioxide, the main greenhouse gas that causes climate change, 10,000 tons of sulfur dioxide, one of the causes of acid rain, 10,200 tons of nitrogen oxide, which cause acid rain and smog, 500 tons of particulate matter, which is a health hazard when inhaled, 720 tons of carbon monoxide, a toxic gas that can kill a person after enough exposure, 125,000 tons of ash, and 193,000 tons of sludge from the smokestack scrubbers. Ash and sludge contain lead and mercury, which are toxic metals, as well as limestone and coal ash. Additionally, other toxic metals, including 225 pounds of arsenic, 114 pounds of lead, and 4 pounds of cadmium, and others are released from the smokestacks. Additionally, trace amounts of uranium have been detected as well. In fact, a study by DOE's Oak Ridge National Lab found that coal combustion produces more radioactive emissions than nuclear power generation. That adds up to a total of 4,039,420 tons of pollutants from a single power plant in a single year. That's a lot of pollution considering that there are many, many coal power plants all over the world. Furthermore, coal is a limited resource. It will eventually run out, so it's a bad idea to be too dependent on it. Instead, we should try to find and harness clean, renewable sources of energy. One such energy source is tidal power.
Tidal power is the harnessing and collecting of energy from the tides. Tides are periodic ocean currents that move in and out from the land based on the movements of the moon. The moon is so massive that it can actually pull the water. Tide ranges are the difference between the highs and the lows of the tide. In order to capture energy in the tides, a machine is built in the tide's path. When water flows through the machine, the motion energy passes through a turbine-like apparatus, which spins a generator. The generator in the machine then turns the mechanical energy in the turbine into electricity. There are multiple tidal power machines that can harness this energy. These machines are called tidal barrages, tidal fences, tidal turbines. Tidal barrages look similar to a dam and can collect lots of energy. However, tidal barrages are very expensive, and there are only 6 of them in the world. There's one in Russia, one in France, 2 in South Korea, and 2 in Canada. Tidal fences are less expensive than a tidal barrage, and they usually are installed in long channels or straits. A tidal fence has been proposed in San Bernardino Strait in the Philippines. The third method of capturing tidal energy is with tidal turbines. Tidal power turbines look similar to wind turbines, except they are much stronger because the ocean is 800 times more dense than the air. Currently, there are tidal power turbines in South Korea.
Pros and cons. A big pro for tidal power is that it is a renewable energy source and is much more reliable than wind and solar energy. Another pro is that though global climate change is very harmful to many things, tidal power can actually take advantage of it by benefiting from the sea level rise due to the melting polar ice caps. Additionally, because water is denser than air, a given amount of energy can be taken from a smaller area and at slower speeds than the same amount of energy from a wind power plant. Tides are also very predictable because they follow well-known cycles, which makes it easier to construct them with the correct dimensions. Though tidal power is a great solution for our environment, health, and oil transferring, there are some cons as well. The two main cons are that tidal power can be expensive, but people are working on making one in America for a reasonable price. Also, though tidal power helps the environment in the big picture, unfortunately, it can harm the environment right around where it is placed. In 2006, the mayor of San Francisco, Gavin Newsom, announced to the public that tidal power is possible in the San Francisco Bay. There could be tidal power generators in the bay that could bring alternative energy to 40,000 homes, although the turbines are expensive and could harm the marine ecosystem. They had hoped to have tidal power in motion, but Mayor Newsom left office before the tidal power plan could progress any further. Thanks for watching!